and mods make sure they go elsewhere. I don't like that. But Oshun has given specific examples. And like, you haven't refuted the claims that you did these things, right? Every time we get back to the like you side of it, it goes to Oshun. And I'm confused at how that is you even like acknowledging that you've done anything.
Well, okay, then I will acknowledge that Oshun, that Wrath literally goes off saying that I never questioned that they have ancestry that is indigenous or black. My problem with Oshun that always has been the fact that she phenotypically presents as white, and she does not acknowledge that. And until today, I think was the first time I've ever seen them like acknowledge that. And I do find it extremely strange how she's trying to constantly clock other black people, but then allows white people to say crazy shit. That's been my issue with Oshun always. That has been my issue. That's been my issue since the beginning of the issue with her until today. And I find it again weird that she can't acknowledge that herself.
So you're
I'm gonna let hold on. Jay has been here a minute. Indica, I want Jay to be able to speak because they came in and they've been in here a minute and haven't been able to speak. I'm gonna let you speak. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
Oh, and Wawa, don't forget Vandal. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your name.
Oh yeah, Vanda, my favorite. I love her too.
I just wanted to say that Ashley, though, like this is a panel that isn't.
Wait, let me just hold on.
Hey guys, no, I'm listening. I'm here in silence because I'm listening. And oof, that is such a hard topic, such a sensitive topic, but I'm here for it.
All right. There's so much to unpack. I know. Jay,
not too much is in a request too.
Are you black?
Yes, I'm Afro-Indigenous.
Okay, so you black?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
I did want to. First, I'd like to say hello, host, and hello, panel, and thank you for letting me up. But I do want to just, I think Observant really spoke facts, and host as well. I think Ashley is somebody who is well known on this app to spread anti-black rhetoric. I think that she likes to throw stones when her house is built of glass. She has constantly have told my mutuals and who I've invited to this live, so hopefully they're able to enter, who are dark-skinned women, that they have Stockholm syndrome because they've dated a white man or they've been with the white man. She has constantly said a lot of anti-black things to dark-skinned black women that I think that honestly, the message that she is spewing to Oshun, I think she needs to look in the mirror and apply it to herself, because I think she needs to recognize the privilege that she has. And I think Oshun constantly recognizes the privileges she has and all of the intersectionalities that she does have. But I feel like Ashley seriously thinks she looks much different than Oshun when I come from a country very similar to Ashley. In my country, Ashley, in your country, Ashley, and in Dominican Republic, you would not be considered black. You just would not. And I understand how in America it's a little bit different because how racial perception is, but you also need to recognize that you yourself have privilege, that you are lisado away from being perceived as a whole different race too. So for you to sit here and comfort Oshun and when you are known on this app by the Black Caribbean community, and whom I've invited, and hopefully they could come up, to say anti-black things. And I just think that before you comfort anybody else, I think there's some self-work and some unpacking you need to do within yourself. Thank you, host. Thank you, panel.
What? Okay.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Loki, look at the comments. Where is the Afro and Ashley? We see her hands.
Yeah.
So again, this
Well, that should be monitored.
The little clique that just was summoned in because this is what they do. I never told anybody individually that they have Stockholm syndrome. I said you should look into the literal study that states that if black people who are specifically
No, I need to speak now. Ashley, I'm sorry. Okay? Like you said, the
Why
little group that comes in now is not a little group, it's a community that has been here always.
no,
Your
no,
privilege see us as minority, little. We're not
no,
Hold
because
little,
on.
we are
why am I being
giant.
I don't think
Okay,
interrupted?
she. I don't
ma'am?
think she meant it like
Why
that.
am I being
Hold
Vanda.
on, Vada.
Vanda.
interrupted
Yeah, I don't think
again?
she meant it like that. Hold on a second.
So, oh my
So
goodness.
this is the thing.
Yeah,
I'm literally,
I'm sorry, but I'm triggered a little bit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
of
it's okay,
course,
baby. If you
because
need
people
to
are
hop
saying
down for a bit,
triggering
that's
things,
fine.
unfortunately. This is the
Um,
thing. Every single day I say that I, as a light-skinned person, I'm inherently colorist. I say that every single day that more light-skinned people should speak out and say that where they stand in society is going to be an issue because of the way the system works. I never denied that. My issue is it's literally the same circle that goes around that has an issue with me saying that I personally find it problematic and also divisive if we as Black individuals decide to be with white individuals simply because of what has happened to us through chattel slavery. If you have an issue with that, we could have a conversation. But many times I've tried to have conversations and people literally were like, pull up your dad, pull up your mom. You're not even Black. You're monoracial. Like literally in the same breath. So this conversation was from 3 months ago. None of these individuals contacted me to have a conversation or a dialogue. They're just mad because they are in interracial relationships and they thought that what I said was a direct trigger to them. And that's fine because at the end of the day, people are going to make things personal. I mean, I don't know what to say to that. Simply for the fact that, again,
so yeah, like I mean, this has gone a little bit left for me. I will say, Ashley, even before like the T-Bone live, I saw you at a live, and you're talking about the Stockholm syndrome, where you were talking to dark skinned people, and it was a Sunday because remember where I was, and this was the topic of conversation, and I'm pretty sure I was in the comments commenting on the anti-blackness from you. So like. This is a topic that I've at least seen, right? It wasn't that long ago. So it wasn't 3 months ago when the original thing happened, but I've seen you in discussions on this topic, and I've seen the defensiveness when they're having these conversations now, a lot of the behaviors that I'm seeing now. So like from my own experience observing you, I will say that I've seen anti-blackness. So like that's just been my reality. And I'm
May I
not
say
going
something
to.
quickly? Because you said you are like both sides. You're like half white, half black. If
Oh
I
no, she
understand
doesn't.
it
She
right.
identifies as black.
Yeah, but I'm talking about what the outside will see you, mama, papa. I'm talking about that,
they're
because that's the
not,
one part of too. The
my
so-called
parents are
people
not,
that are
wait,
the
I'm sorry, my
biracial,
parents are.
they suffer too. Can I lay my plane? They suffer too because I have a sister. She is biracial. Even if we are from Cape Verdean and her papa is from Morocco, makes her 100% African. She doesn't look like that. She looks so called white with her thin curly hairs and everything. But you know what she does? She doesn't talk like you. You know that she refused to use the N word because she knows the privilege she has versus I don't have. You know
Wait,
that she
oh
talks
yeah,
out
hold on,
loud that
Vada.
we.
She's acknowledging that. I will say that.
Yeah, I
She's
don't
acknowledged
use
that.
the N word. I don't know
Yeah,
whether you thought that one of my parents are white or
so
not.
she has acknowledged that
Yeah,
she benefits
just
from colorism
acknowledge
because she
her.
does not look like me. Like, there's no way your experience is my experience,
Right.
right?
Again, I
Um,
feel like a lot of this
and that has been
conversation.
acknowledged. So hold on. I don't know, Vada. You have background noise, baby. We're gonna cut you off for a minute.
I'm
Um,
cooking. I'm cooking.
yeah, just mute up.
Can I respond?
Oh, can I finish? And then you can respond. Anyway, so like when you talk about the whole interracial Stockholm syndrome discussion, I've seen that. I've seen and experienced other dark-skinned people. And what I have seen is that you, although you acknowledge your privilege here, right? You say, I acknowledge that I benefit from it. You don't have that same standard when you're talking to darker skinned people. You are trying to win up and up them. So I have seen it. So I am not going to deny any other person's experience when I have seen it. And I think that the behavior has been consistently like from what I've seen of you, right, the behavior when addressing it is consistently the same. And it's just defensiveness. And it's like, oh, I have to be right instead of trying to understand, right? And if you acknowledge that you don't have the same experience as us, then I don't know why you wouldn't sit back and want to understand why there is an issue amongst you and your sisters and brothers, right? You acknowledge that you have that privilege. So for me, at least, right, somebody who I know I'm black, nobody ain't gonna ever take my blackness away from me. It's not possible, right? But I'm also on a decolonization journey. I clock behaviors. So like, you can say, oh, I acknowledge that. But if the way you interact with dark-skinned people shows me that you don't actually acknowledge that and live that, then you're like, I acknowledge that means nothing to me, right? Because ultimately, and Joy, this kind of goes back into the topics, ultimately, this is why I say that I don't have an issue with us intercommunally, right? Having the discussion about blackness, because ultimately, at the end of the day, Ashley's going to have benefits that I don't have as a dark-skinned woman, right? And that other women don't have. And if she doesn't, or if she's not able, or if lighter skinned people are not able to acknowledge and walk the walk, they are dangerous to us.